Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your viewership, your likes, your shares, your comments, all of that good stuff, your positive intentions that help me channel and create these messages that are helpful and useful for you on your journey. All right, so Holy Spirit, my spirit guides, spirit team, what message do you have for the collective? What's the collective need to know and be made aware of? What do they need to know? Oh man, and be made aware of. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, card flipped over in the deck. Let's see what that is, okay. Okay, all right, that's plenty, y'all. That's plenty right there. Okay, I believe I see what's going on. So when I was shuffling, it was an energy of slipping through the cracks, like trying to go unnoticed. And the contender at the time, you know, when the card flipped over in the deck, which was real slick, by the way, how it happened, is this Knight of Wands reverse. So let's see what's going on. And I feel I'm seeing like a dog with his tail between his legs sort of energy, to where they don't want to admit faults, but they do want to come back and be around your presence, but they aren't willing to, you know, be upfront about it. I was gonna say be a man about it, but you know, this is an energy, so it doesn't have to be gender specific, but it's really somebody not being accountable, not standing up for, you know, the hurt and the pain that they caused, and you know, the mistrust and the deceit and the theft and, you know, using your energy, taking it for granted. They're not willing to admit that they've done all this, even though they know it now. They realize that they had to come into a reckoning of that, and I'm leading to that energy with this 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this is unhappiness. This is like I screwed up. This is like, why did I, you know, fool over a good thing? Like when I asked for, you know, something positive, something worthy to come into my life by way of opportunity, person, whatever, God, whatever you have for me, you know, please send it. And then when, you know, the package arrived to the doorstep, it's like, oh, what's this? Let me unwrap it and see what's in the box. And then out pops you, okay? If this is your person who's trying to, you know, come under disguise of, you know, them not being apologetic for anything, but still wanting to have that union back with you. You know, this is that, oh, this again, this isn't what I asked for. Where can I return this? This is them with the package that arrived at the front door. Yeah. So how you gonna return something but then say you want it back? Like what? All right, that's totally the energy that we're headed in with this reading. So y'all buckle up your seatbelts, because yeah, okay. The 7 of Swords is also telling, sitting here on the top, like, you know, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is all, you know, surrounding that energy of, yeah, I squandered over the gift that was sent. Ace of Pentacles reverse. I acted like I didn't want it when I actually did want it. That's exactly what I prayed for. But at the time, you know, what was I thinking? I was thinking about doing me. I was thinking about, yeah, let me paint this picture for them so they can really see that I'm somebody else, when they really should have been honest about who they were to begin with, that they were broken, that they were, you know, needed some love, they needed some healing, you know. But no, what did they want to do? They wanted to take that energy, that light that you brought to them. You know, you showed up as the gift with the red bow on the doorstep. Why didn't they recognize that for what it was? But what they did was they saw that you were doing good. They saw that you had a good head on your shoulders. They saw that you were achieving goals. You know, you had aspirations, but because they were so sunken down and low and you know, and dwelling in their insecurities and probably some backlashes that have happened in their life and not healing themselves and getting over that, they look to you as, who does she think she is? Who does he think he is? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna show them a thing or two. At the same time, I'm gonna try to keep them around as long as I can, because I want to feel that way too. I want to see what their secret is. I want to see how they're able to do that. It had nothing to do with, oh my God, I'm so thankful you came into my life. You are the best thing that happened to me. I'm so happy God sent you my way. None of that. Seven of Swords. What can I get from this person without me revealing who I really am and what I really want from them? Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go. So the fact that this is even coming up on the table lets me know that your person still is in this energy. Let's talk about this Knight of Wands in the reverse. First of all, this is still that person who's immature, right? They're still doing superficial, surface level, 3D-ish stuff. Like, it doesn't really matter about a purpose or goals or, where they want to see themselves in 5 years, in regards to growth. There's none of that talk. There's none of those thoughts going on. This is more or less, man, I remember that one time that I really had, a good thing, or I kind of felt like I was really in a good place. And it was you. You're the one that they're trying to go back to, purposely try to regurgitate. I know that's not a pleasant word, but that's pretty much what it is. They want to pick up where things left off before they got into all this trouble that they've gotten into, to where now they realize and recognize who you were. But it doesn't work like that. Like, at least if you're going to come back, show some humility. That's not even on the table. All right, y'all, let's work through this energy, because I'm like, no, this can't be possible. Like, really? Just be happy that you're the star and you're shining so bright, and that, this walk isn't for everyone. It takes a lot of strength. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. So we're going to do this storybook style. So when the cards pile out like this on top of one another, I just like to run through them. All right, so we talked about the Seven of Swords. Okay, so there's the fact that, the Justice card in reverse, just meaning that this person still isn't getting what they want. Like, I know that you've totally, turned, about face away from them and their energy. You have nothing to do with this person anymore. But why are they still seeking some sort of justice, to where they're saying to themselves, this isn't fair? What is it that they don't think is fair? Like, you're the one that dogged your person. This person, let me just not say your person, but that's just how we identify, right? This person is the one who turned away from you. So why are they sitting now saying it's not fair how you got to move on? It's not fair how you're not the one that's downtrodden. You're not the one that's depressed. You're not the one that's blowing their phone up, text messages. You're not the one wanting them back, right? They think that's not fair. So for some reason, they're wanting to see some sort of justice come their way into regards to how things ended. But they're the ones that pretty much ghosted you and walked away and found other shiny, bright objects to entertain them, when they had the prize the whole time and neglected it. But now they know that. Ace of Pentacles reverse, Ten of Cups reverse. Oh man, let's see what's next. Strength card reverse. So yes, they're feeling absolute desperation at this point, because their strength came from you. Like, that light. They need that light. They've had so much darkness in their lives. You never brought the drama. Even when they brought the drama your way, you were still the one who was kind of like just, smoothing things over. Like, okay, I'm going to give them this chance. I'm going to give them a second chance. I'm going to give them even a third chance, right? That was you. And they knew that, okay, well, shoot, she's going to take me back. And that's what kind of built their ego up to where it was like huge, to where they felt they didn't need you anymore. But Strength card reverse is saying otherwise right now. This is the pity that they sit in, right? Because they're weak without you. They're weak without your encouragement. They're weak without seeing that smile on your face when there were no other smiles around. They knew that they could, look to you to give them that sort of joy. There was something that they could do or say eventually that would make you smile. And then it would be a huge relief to them that, okay, she's back or he's back. I got him. right? Even if it was a game to them, it's still, they knew that they could rely on certain things from you that would make them feel good or boost their ego. Look at this. 3 of Swords reverse. So, I mean, this card, I really, we know what the 3 of Swords is. We know that this is heartache, but in the reverse, it's like worse. It's in somewhat, some would look at it as coming out of, depression or, the worst case scenario, like severity of being sad, whatever that is. That could be depression in some forms. But this is the energy that, I don't know, because I don't want to take this for face value, because it's like this is pretty much like redundant, or either it's just like clear, but I need to know more behind this 3 of Swords than what's just kind of like surface level to me, because they brought it on themselves. Like, why would this energy be put on the collective? This 3 of Swords sadness having to do with this person. It's not, of course, it's not you that's sad, but hold on just a second. Let me see. Spirit, what is the 3 of Swords? Reverse. Because nothing's going right. That's what I heard. Nothing's going right. I mean, I just want to put a huge capital letters DUH exclamation point behind that. Like, of course it's not going well for you. This was the gift, the package you asked for. It showed up. You were like, what is this? I don't want this. Send this back. So I mean, let me see where else this is going, because it's like I can't believe this energy is just coming up again. Like, oh my goodness. Notice these cards are all reversed. Like, 2 of Swords reverse. So the 2 of Swords has to do with a decision that you don't have a lot of information about, or there's not a lot of clarity to be able to make like a sound decision on what it is that, needs an answer. This in reverse is like, go ahead and just saying, okay, here's my answer, but not really having a lot. Something about communication. All right. So this person is making some sort of decision. I said I was going to stop saying your person. So the person formerly known as your person, right? I mean, they're still trying to tie themselves to you is what's going on here. So if there was the cord cutting, the severance, you feeling free and light again, free to move on and start your new chapter without the headache of this person, they're still looking for some sort of justice to be served here. So not letting you go would be an understatement at this point, because they're stuck. And I want to say rightfully so, but then at the same time, it's like you don't want this negative attention. You don't want this negative energy attached to you. You don't want there to be any sort of chance that this energy from this Knight of Wands reverse can walk back into your life. Like, it's, it's not going to be, okay, it's not going to be easy, because the blocks are already set up in the supernatural. So they can't get to you. I mean, now physically, of course, anybody can walk up on you, but in regards to them attaching their prongs to you and sucking the life out of you once again, that can never happen. But that's that spiritual protection that's kicked in after the fact. So this 2 of Swords reverse just has to do with, okay, I'm being pushed to say, can I buy a vow? And the reason I'm saying that, because we know that from the game show Wheel of Fortune, right? Just last night, not even, I was talking to myself in my own dream. I don't know whoever else has experienced that. And I don't know any other way to say it other than that. I was asleep, but I was talking to myself because there was a message in that, because that did come up in my dream. An energy of those who have been cast out, those who have been like discharged and disconnected from your energy, they want to buy a vow. So in and out today, because I did not take the time to wake up and write this information down, I had been asking all day to please refresh my memory, Spirit, on what that entailed, because it was deep. And all day I've been wondering, okay, so what did it mean to when you're on the show and you buy a vow? Like, to be able to have a message and all that's missing is an important letter, which we call those vowels, right? A-E-I-O-U. That's going to make the difference between if it's one word or another word, because if it's a 4-letter word, that one letter could signify 6 different words with those same letters, but just the vowel is changed. It's different. So when I put that together, and trust me, I'm still waiting on clarification on that message in my dream state last night. But I knew that it was an energy of, these people that have been cast away, they're just standing on the outskirts waiting for it. It's like double dutch. They're waiting for their chance to jump in. But it's like with double dutch, you got to wait. The timing has to be right. They're waiting for that timing. So here we go. There are things that are presented as difficult right now. I don't know if it's your job. I don't know if it's family. I don't know if it's just your friends. It's just things that are just kind of sticking out as you want to give up. You want to just walk away from, but you know that you can't. So if there's an opportunity to where that influence is there, that negative influence, or what, could possibly turn to be negative if we don't go ahead and turn it into a positive, like, oh God, okay, I'm sorry. I'm happy to have this position because I know that I asked for this and it's here. So I can't really say, F this job, I'm not coming back. It's one of those things, but it's like the opportunity that the person is waiting for, the double dutch, the timing to be right to jump in. That would have been the time to when you were going through that little negative little hole there. But then when you come out of it, it's like, that vibration has risen to where it needs to be, to where those double dutchers can jump in and come in and manipulate and try to get back in that energy, or try to attach to something that they resonate with. And right now it's a lower vibration. This is lower vibration. They want to attach to that. But your vibration is high, but they're just waiting for that bar to lower so they can energetically pick up on that. So I believe that's where that buy a vow, that Wheel of Fortune vibe comes from, is that wanting, almost having the right moment to where, it's ripe to get in there. But then it's like, if you buy the vow and it's not the right vow, then they got to lose a turn and wait for another go around. So possibly that's what that meant in my dream state, of those people being on the outskirts now, waiting for that opportunity to come and attach back to your energy somehow. So I believe this Two of Swords has a lot to do with opportunity, of how they're going to be able to, and basically it's just, stick their nasty claws into you. Again, when is that opportunity coming? They don't know, but they're ready, and they're ready and willing to jump whenever, because they're waiting. They are waiting. They've been cut off. They've had no communication with you. They can't feel your energy like they used to, and they want to because they need it. Strength card reverse. They need it. Right? And then 2, that Justice card reverse, remember, that was like, it's not fair. They don't want to see you move on and be happy and manifest, you know, abundance and prosperity and, you know, a new person in you. They don't want to, of course, they don't want to see that. So they're always going to be looking for that opportunity to sink their teeth back into you. The little bloodsuckers. All right, that was a lot, but I'm glad that came out, because all day I was wondering what is the I'd like to buy a vow. What was that? But anyway, all right. So we have the Queen of Cups here. So this is the nurturer. This is the one who is there to lend a listening ear. This is the one who's going to say, let's talk over a glass of nice wine. You know, you can come over and talk anytime. It's okay. Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. These things happen to all of us. Just take it as a lesson and move on. Girl, let's go out. Forget that, whatever. Let's go hit the streets. Let's do us. Like, why you even, that's the Queen of Cups, right? That loving, healing energy. Then we have the Queen of Swords here. This is the one who puts the plan together, the ideas. This is the one that says, you know what? I know that, this is hard for you, but this is what we have to do. First, you have to go ahead and say, this was a learning lesson. They'll walk you through the steps. And most likely this, excuse me. Most likely this Queen of Swords has been through it herself. So she's not attached to the emotional part of it, because it was like, whatever. People are going to be people. There's nothing you can do about that. So I don't know why these queens are coming up back to back, but I'm going to find out here in a moment. But I'm just giving you a little background on who they are, what role they play. All right, here's our King of Pentacles reverse. So, this is that person who likes to live some sort of facade. Like, they want to appear that they have it going on. They want to appear that they're successful, they're abundant, they attract, a lot of good things to themselves. But in the reverse, it's like all of that's gone. Like, they're like the person you would pass on the street and be like, damn, what happened to him? Because once upon a time it was like, it was all about them, their name and lights, and, they, mixed and mingled. A lot of people knew them and could vouch for them, but didn't really know a lot about them. But on appearance, it looked good on the outside. But, this King of Pentacles is hard up. They've lost a lot of financial opportunities here, because that's really what it's all about, was making money. Those opportunities are gone. Whatever they had in their bank account is gone. Whoever they had around them that they considered, money in their pocket, people that they could call on whenever they need it, they're gone. All right. I'm going to get some clarifiers on these 3 court cards to see, what's going on here. So the 8 of Swords in the reverse has to do with finally being able to release oneself of the mental constraints, the things that were holding them hostage, their own thoughts of the past. It could have been fear-based. It could have been, a lot of what ifs. But, they've gotten over that because, they're no longer bound to those thoughts. And then the 9 of Swords. So basically they went from the 8 of Swords to the 9 of Swords. I gotta get some clarifiers, you guys, and see what was this last little bit here. So the 9 of Swords is just, restless, sleepless nights, the anxiety, just worry all in your head, the mental agony of whatever the situation is surrounding this 9 of Swords. Let's grab some clarifiers. Spirit, can you clarify the energy on the table, please? Let the cards fall as they may. Really want to know about these court cards here. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Pentacles reverse. But whatever you want to clarify is perfect. All right, we got one clarifier that flew over on top of that Knight of Wands reverse. Okay, there's another and another. And, ooh. Okay, wealthy man flew out on the bottom of deck energy. Let me see. Anything else, Spirit? All right, there we are. Adjudication. Sudden wealth at the bottom of the deck. All right. So, okay. So, yeah. So the King of Pentacles reverse, lost his money possibly to some sort of settlement, some sort of judicial energy here. Like you owe this person this amount of money. It would have to do with money, property, anything material, because that's what the King of Pentacles values. That's what they stand on. So with the decision being made by the court, it could be spiritual court or physical court of law. But things have been decided, or things are pending because adjudication is on its side. So maybe that's what that Nine of Swords is all about, the agony, because there is some sort of ruling that's soon to take place and possibly has something to do with these two queens here. Sudden wealth at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like there's a risk of losing it all. And that sudden wealth could be for anybody. Anybody could come up behind this ruling. But it's not going to be the King of Pentacles because they're the ones that have to give it up. So possibly this Queen of Cups is on standby and the Queen of Swords is on standby as well. Or maybe they're working together against this King of Pentacles reverse. Maybe they were two who found out about each other and said, hell no, he or she is not about to play us. Let's see what we can get. Let's team up. We're stronger together. Right? And possibly that's what's going on here. Now, the wealthy man did fly out on the bottom of the deck energy with this Ten of Cups reverse. So, I mean, this... No, you can't come back. You can't come back after you... I'm answering them because this is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm feeling. Even from the beginning of the reading. No, you can't come back after you've lost everything. You've been ran through. You've run through others. No, you can't come back, sweetie. Sorry. Nope, there's no chance. The double Dutch, nope, you'll never find your way in that double Dutch. There's never going to be an entry. What don't you understand about that? Wealthy man. Wannabe wealthy man. Because it was never legit to begin with. Yes, they have power to attract. Yes, they can do that. Like the planets have aligned for them to be able to manifest wealth. But it's like... You had that. You had the gift package on your front porch. You opened it and said, this isn't what you ordered and wanted to return it. But now you realize that? Is that what that is? Now you realize that the bag, you had the bag all along before these two queens came into play and ruined your life. And you ruined theirs, so... it's what's good for the goose is good for the gander, they say. And now you're finding yourself in some sort of court of law, some sort of action, judgment being taken place. So whatever you've built off of the backs of others, King of Pentacles reverse, is going to someone that's going to provide them with sudden wealth. Or that energy that you've stolen from others, the thievery, that Seven of Swords. That same energy is going to be returned to its rightful owner. Is that you, collective? All right, let's see what else is here. I can't even believe this energy of them thinking that they still could possibly come back. Okay, so we have mature man and community. All right, Spirit, what is this even saying right now? Because... What is this, Spirit? What is this mature man community? I heard drug through the mud. And with the community card, it's like I feel everyone knows this. But the mature man, that's what's kind of not fitting in for me right here. So I just need a little bit more information on this mature man. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to clear my nasal passage without sounding grotesque. Spirit, what is this? Mature man. Oh. Okay. All right, I'm going to tell you what I'm receiving. So this mature man is somebody who I feel was taken advantage of. Possibly is no longer with us, maybe passed away, right? Who was a prominent figure in the community. That was abused in some sort of way. So this could have been financial abuse. So this wealthy man, King of Pentacles, preyed on this mature man. I don't know. And then with the community card, it just feels like, you know, these were supporters. These were like, the mature man could have been like a long-standing public figure, you know, that I'm just getting like a neighborhood scene. Like they walk the same route every day. They stop at the same store at the same time, buy the same cup of coffee every morning. You know, and people knew this. They were like a regular. Like people could tell you if they hadn't seen this person in 24 hours that something was wrong. Because, you know, people would have known the whereabouts because their schedule was just so regular. And they have been at it a long time. They've been in the neighborhood a long time. They've been working whatever, a job, whatever it is that people in the community know this mature man. Like if there was a misstep, they would know something was wrong, is what I'm understanding here. So I'm wondering if there's some secret tie, like this come up, this wealth, this King of Pentacles, along with these queens. Do they know something? Or or were they involved, or do they know of the involvement of the King of Pentacles, and maybe this is why it's going to some sort of law or court of law, to where they have this sudden wealth card, this money, excuse me, it's like a settlement, a payout that has to go to someone else that was accumulated from or by this King of Pentacles. And at the advantage of this mature man. Because the community, again, it's like they're sitting back like, yeah, that, you know, something that wasn't right. How that was done is the energy that I'm sensing. Like people are still like disgruntled about how the events that surround this mature man were, you know, were executed. And by events, I mean, I guess the way maybe things haven't been solved or people haven't been named. Like if this was, unfortunately, you know, a homicide, a murder, or maybe this person was hospitalized because of something that happened to them medically, and the community is just, they're just disturbed. And they want answers because this was a public figure or member of the community that, you know, that they enjoyed. This is like Mr. Rogers or something. You know, nice to everyone, wouldn't hurt a fly. You know, that type of person. But then you have some thieves that come along and take advantage of that. Because they don't care. They're vampires. They don't care. They were just out for the money. And I say they because I feel like this was a collaboration. But I feel like the two queens are turning on this King of Pentacles. Right? I can't believe this energy is coming back up like this. I mean, and I say that because I've had this in readings, like this was back in like October, November of last year, 2021. And I guess maybe if this is, you know, time for, you know, this energy to complete or come to a head or be solved or whatever, possibly that's why we're talking about this now, because it's about to come to a head, or just the end, the sentencing, the completion, the final, you know, the final tally or whatever. I say tally. Tally would have to do with money owed. Oh boy. Okay, let's turn this card over, see what's on top of the Knight of Wands reverse. Occupation. All right, what is this? What is this with the occupation card? Coming for you. I don't know, I picked up something about a job earlier. I can't remember. I can't pinpoint. Oh, okay. I know I said the mature man. No, but I said something else about career. I know I said something about this Knight of Wands not wanting you to move forward, or it was around this energy, I believe, that I mentioned them not wanting you to move forward and be successful. So a lot of you all, hang on. Where was this occupation card with this Knight of Wands reverse? Show me. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing is this is someone who says, yeah, I can do that. Like, this is the person that lies on the resume. They'll say they can do it and they can't do it. Or they'll try to talk a good game just to get the job, but then when they get the job, you know, they show up and they're unable to perform. That's what's going on here with this energy. So if that's the case, if they have to lie to get a job, that really means that they're no good. And when I say no good, it really means like deep down, this person is like the worst of the worst that can't be trusted. And maybe some of you have done that, maybe lied on a resume, but not to this extent, not to this. I feel like this is pill popping, drug addict. You know, they try to clean themselves up just for the day, but, you know, to appear a certain way. But then once they get there, it's like, but see, this is the one who puts everybody else in danger. Because when they, you know, especially if they're in charge of operating like equipment or something, and say you're on the other end of the equipment, but they're dozing off because they stayed up all night smoking or whatever, drinking, and they lied that they had a license for, you know, to be able to operate something like that could be like detrimental if it's misused to someone's life. That's when I'm saying like this is the lowest of the low, because they're not putting anyone else in consideration. They're not even considering themselves. If they say they can operate a certain machinery by way of lying about their licenses, yeah, like there's a reason why there's a license in place. You have to go through tests to be sure that you're sound mind and whatever else to be able to operate this, because you know it could turn deadly if you're not in the right, you know, mental mindset to be able to do so. Bottom line, just putting others at risk because they lied, but out of desperation, because they're useless otherwise. They're not worthy of pretty much anything because of their track record, because of their past. You know, they may not even have like references, period. I would say good or bad. And they don't have anyone to vouch for them because they have such a bad track record. That's terrible. All right, let's see what's on top of this Ace of Pentacles. Let's wrap this up. Ace of Pentacles reversed, by the way. All right, pathway. So yeah, I mean, this is just kind of bouncing, piggybacking off of this useless energy to where they're no good for anybody or anything. But they'll lie to appear to be a certain way. But it's like, if you really knew the truth, like 2 hours ago, they were binging on something, or, you know, or trying or plotting to steal from somebody or something. But in front of you, you know, they try to clean themselves up just a little bit to put on this persona that they quote unquote have it together and they don't. All right, so yeah, the pathway card, and it's in the reverse. So I, kept it in the reverse for a reason, because that's where it was. But then for both of these cards to be in reverse means like that path is blocked. That path to a financial opportunity, abundance to come their way, prosperity, even if it doesn't have to be financial, it's increase. It could be by way of spirituality, health, love. It's not coming their way. But they still feel like you owe them something. Or maybe they're blaming you, collective, for their downfall. Like, this is bizarre. I'm getting out of this energy. This is bizarre that this person could even have the audacity to feel this way. Like it's your fault. That they turned out to be like the scum of the earth. Really? Anyway, I hope this helps.